shoes just to go with my new boo. Loving me like he used to, and I ain't even worried about it this time. I know he gon' be the one to treat me just right. Never had a motherfucker this tight. So baby, this is what your soulmate look like. I look good, right? If you knew, but...
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am so happy because this is going to be the third time that I filmed this, because the first two times just didn't get up to my standards and I just wanted to make sure I did this right. So I have filmed my makeup for beginners series. I think there's gonna be just like a couple. I think I split it into two videos, or I want to split it into two videos because of the fact that just one video was gonna take way too long. So this is going to be the first video in the series. This is going to mainly focus on your face and your lips. I want to do eyes as a separate video because that was just taking way too long. I tried editing it and the video came out to be like 30-40 minutes. I was just like, yeah, I don't think this is going to work, but separating it was going to be really hard because I did it in weird order. So I just wanted to show you guys all my tips and tricks, I guess, what I would recommend to makeup beginners, how to research products, what to look up, how to go about things, like what you really need to know, because I know when you walk into stores like Ulta, Sephora, or even just like a drugstore like CVS, Rite Aid, wherever that you shop for makeup, sometimes it can be really overwhelming because of the fact that there are so many makeup products out there. There's so much stuff out there, you don't even know where to start in the store, you don't know what to look at, you don't know what to buy, and then you end up just buying like way too much and then like it doesn't work for you and it's kind of like eh. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to talk about everything. So applying products, what to look for when you're going to go buy products, how to apply them. I have clips, I recorded myself doing this makeup and I'm going to insert clips while I'm talking so you can see what I'm talking about, because when I do it at the same time, I realized I talk way too much. And so yeah, so makeup for beginners. The first thing you want to do before you apply any makeup, you want to have a clean face. Wash your face. I even do it if I don't have makeup on all day and I get home, I wash my face because I feel like dirty. So you want to have clean skin before you start your face. Do any kind of skincare that you need to. So let's say moisturizer, serums, oils, any kind of skincare you want to do before that. You want to move on to primer. Pretty much the same thing. I think primer is super important. I love primer. I feel weird when I don't wear primer underneath my makeup. It feels like I just completely missed a step. It's like when you walk out and you didn't do your brows. I've done that. Like I thought I did my brows, but I didn't. It just makes me feel like it's like my look isn't completed even though it looks fine. A primer is going to make your skin flawless. Like it's going to make an even base for your foundation to go on so you can build everything on top of. So say you're painting a house, you usually put on paint primer before you put on paint to, you know, fill in any cracks, any lines. That's pretty much what primer does for your face. Fills in any pores. Well, certain primers do. You can find them that fill your pores, fill fine lines, cover dry spots, or help with dry spots. So again, depending on your skin type. I also have like my notebook in front of me so I don't forget anything. So oily skin, you want a mattifying primer because when you get oily, you get shiny, that's how you look greasy. You want to find something that will mattify and close your pores. And dry skin, you want something hydrating, of course, because you want your skin to be nice and moisturized throughout the day. Combo skin, you would just need to find a primer that does both. Really, there's primers out there that do both. I love them. Or if you want to go another route, you can buy certain primers for certain parts of your face. A lot of people do it. I've done it. Sometimes I use my Covergirl TruBlend oily primer and I apply it only on my nose and my Laura Mercier hydrating all over the rest of my face, just depending on how my skin feels that day. So yeah, today I used my Covergirl TruBlend oily face primer and applied that all over my face, rubbed it in, all that good stuff. I really recommend using a primer. If you don't use a primer, your moisturizer can do the same thing for you, but I think primer is just like that little extra step that people should take. Helps out. Foundation. There are so many different types of foundation. It's ridiculous. So many different colors, so many different brands and types, and it's overwhelming. So again, going to be all based on your skin type. You have, for oily skin, once again, you want oil control, mattifying. A lot of foundations will say on them like oil control, mattifying. Yeah, Also, do your research. I mean, Sephora, Ulta, all these makeup places, they have really great filters. I'm not even joking. You literally go to the sidebar and you click, let's say, for me, I have dry skin. I want medium to full coverage, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, foundation types will pop up. Dry skin, hydrating. Pretty much. Dry skin, hydrating, oily, mattifying. That's pretty much all you need to know. Of course, foundation. You want to figure out if you want full, medium, or light coverage. If you want just like a little bit of coverage throughout the day, like real natural, medium coverage, or real full coverage, you know, once again, Sephora, also great filters. You just gotta see which one you like more. Do whatever is comfortable for you. There's so many different types of foundations. You have liquid foundations, cream foundations, you have cushions, stick foundations. What else is there? So many different types. Literally your preference. With your foundation, you want to match your foundation. I don't know if I can stress that enough of matching your foundation. Color match. Go to Sephora, go to Ulta, test it right here, either on your jawline or on your skin. Don't just like swatch a thing. Like, don't just like take it off with your hand and just put it on and be like, oh yeah, it looks too dark, too light, whatever. Or it looks good. Blend it into a part of your skin. If it literally disappears, that's your match. If you can see it, not your match. But you know, if you fake tan or something, like you want to match it to like your neck, wherever you fake tan, or wherever it is. At least upper body. You don't ever want to swatch on this part of your arm or on the inside, because it's always going to be a different color than from like your neck or your chest up, in a sense. So, types of tools you can use. This is, again, preference. I'm going to say preference a lot in these videos. Let me just say that now. Preference. Because it really is just your preference. Whatever works for you. So I love beauty blenders. Ever since I started using beauty blenders, I love them. I also have brushes to buff in my foundation. Today I used a beauty blender. Beauty blenders, they are so many different brands. There are so many different brands that make them. Just have to try them out. I really like the Real Technique ones. Some people don't. Some people do. Some people don't even like the original beauty blenders. They like other brands. So you just kind of try them out. Pat, bounce on your skin like how I do. You want to pat, don't swipe it across your skin, because then you're just going to be like moving product around. I find I get the best coverage when I'm patting it onto my skin like so. And I don't know, I like beauty blenders because you use them wet. I always use them damp, not wet, I use them damp. And I feel like it gives me a little bit of moisture and pretty good coverage. I like it a lot. And I don't have to worry about like brush streaks or like brush strokes on my face. You know what I'm trying to say. But I don't have to worry about like brush lines or anything like that. I mean, if you get a good brush, you're not gonna have that problem. But brushes, there's so many different kinds of brushes. I have a good amount of brushes for my face as well. I would use a denser brush for full coverage. I like the paddle foundation brushes for like light coverage, but because they're flimsier. But if they're a real dense like round top brush, that's great for foundation if you want like full coverage, or for fuller coverage. But either way, apply your foundation in thin layers, blend it in, down your neck, please. Just do it, because in high school I got that white line across my jawline. Was not cute, trust me, was not cute. Concealer, I don't have too much to say about this. I guess it's gonna be much faster than anything. I usually recommend to people get a lighter concealer shade for underneath your eyes, especially if you are a insomniac like I am. You got dark bags that can lighten up your eyes and make you look awake AF. It makes you look awake. It wakes you up underneath your eyes. I put it in a triangle right here, blend it in with my beauty blender, and I look much more awake. I wish I could just show you a comparison. Maybe one day I will, for all my tips and tricks of why I do the things I do. But it lightens up underneath the eye. I usually put it on my forehead, down the nose, underneath my eye, over my lip and chin, just to lighten the center of my face. Kind of gives a little bit more contrast, like a 3D effect versus just one flat note. So another concealer I would also recommend is a skin tone, the one that matches your skin perfectly. For blemishes, let's say you have acne, then you would need that extra coverage over a blemish. Or if you have a real great foundation, you could always use your foundation and build it up there too. But I usually have one lighter one that's actually my skin tone, because you never know. Some days you just need a little extra coverage on a blemish. Because, you know, face demons came out to haunt you for the day. You never want to put a lighter concealer onto a blemish, because it is lighter. Like I said, it's bringing it forward. You're attracting light to it, drawing the eye to it. So if you make it lighter than the rest of your face, it's going to draw attention to it, which is not what you want. Powder. You have pressed, loose. It's pretty much your two options. Or even you have like foundations that go like liquid to powder, then I guess you could skip this step maybe. I don't know. I still, even when I had powder to liquid or liquid to powder foundations, I still liked a little bit more setting powder just to make sure it stayed. But I like translucent powders just because I already have the coverage I want, so most of the time I don't need to add any extra coverage. I used to set, even with like a pressed powder or a pigmented powder, I would just use a very, very thin layer of it to set it, because honestly, it can look cakey real fast if you put on too much powder. The main purpose of a powder is you really want to just soak up that extra foundation and so it doesn't move. I like to use a large fluffy brush and pat it in. Today I'm using the RCMA No Color powder. Large fluffy brush. This one is from Rite Aid. Or you can use a sponge or like velour puff, which is like those big fluffy things. Yeah. You want to press it into the skin. Like even with a brush, you want to press into your skin, because you don't want to move any products, because you've already placed it where you want it. You don't want to move it around anymore. Also gives a nice smooth base for other powders to blend on top. Say like your bronzer, your contour, your blush, highlight, anything you're going to put on after this. It's going to help it blend out smoother. Bronzer. This is going to be your perfect way if you buy a foundation too light for you and you just don't have time to return it. This is going to be the best way for you to tone it down. Not even joking. Bronzers, a lot of people have different opinion on bronzers. Some people like shimmery bronzers. Some people like matte bronzers. For me, I like a matte bronzer because I literally kind of use it on the outer parts of my face, so it gives a little bit more definition. So I take a very large powder brush, fluffy brush. It's not super large, but larger. This is from Eco Tools. Pretty sure I bought it from Rite Aid or CVS or somewhere. And I'm using the Nikki Tutorials contour palette in Chocolate Soleil. And I am applying that and buffing it all over like my cheeks, my cheekbone, kind of, like underneath where I would contour, in a 3 formation. So you kind of just want to give that little bit extra depth. You can also contour the top of your, not contour, or bronze the top of your forehead, in that, like, following your hairline if you are concerned that your forehead is too large. For me, I feel like I don't need to do so. I always just take it down the neck as well, just so it kind of blends in with the rest of your body. Not that I think I show it, but yeah, I like to do that. Contour. I love Hoola from Benefit. That is just the thing. You want to find a contour color that is right for you. Honestly. Contour, you don't want shimmer in it because you're creating a shadow. I'm pretty sure shadows don't shimmer. Blend this, please. I saw a picture the other day where there is this girl and a fat streak of contour. And it was not cute. Trust me, it just looks like you had like a brown block. Contour colors, you just really need to find one that works for you. That works for your skin tone. Warm, cool, pinks, or warm, cool, neutral, whatever works best for you. I love Hoola by Benefit. I'm using my e.l.f. brush, and I'm just taking one edge of the e.l.f. brush, lining it up to the hollows of my cheeks, kind of drawing out a line a little bit, and using the whole brush to blend it out. I blend upwards. I don't know why. Some people blend them down to like create more of a shadow effect, but I don't really like that. I don't think it looks natural because, I don't know, because I want that line at the bottom to be as sharp as possible, because that's why I want to, you know, contour and darken, because that's what I want to push forward, my cheekbones. I also bring that back to the hairline, up the hairline, down the jaw, and underneath the jaw as well. So yeah, guys, that finishes up the first video of my Makeup for Beginners series. This is pretty much all about your face. I hope you learned something. I hope you like it. I hope you got a few ideas of products. Just keep in mind, it's all preference. Look it up, research it, make sure it is the right, for example, for foundation, research it, make sure it's the right tone, the right undertone, the right shading, everything. You can go into the store with your list of things you want to try, make sure they match on you, and then buy them. And it kind of helps with the overwhelming thing. That's how I go shopping. I just have a list of things I want to buy, and then I buy them, and then if I get sidetracked on certain things, then cool, I look it up there on my phone. But I'd rather not do that on everything. So I like to research ahead of time or just order online, either or. But I hope you guys learned something, because I've gotten a lot of questions from friends and family about makeup, and I just wanted to make a Makeup for Beginners kind of series, so you know how to look for makeup and buy makeup, what to research, what to look out for, what you should be looking for. I hope you pick up a few tips and tricks and learned, you know, a couple things about makeup, and I hope to see you in the next video, which will be focusing on the eyes. So yeah, thumbs up if you liked the video. If you have any suggestions for more Makeup for Beginners series type of videos, please leave a comment down below. I would love that. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!